What up, man? I want to do a little talk and sit with you guys. I want to bring up one thing first and foremost. It's kind of funny that if you look into research and everything nowadays, you'll see that 2 out of 10 Americans believe their government or trust their government. 2 out of 10. 20%. And I doubt it's probably even half of that number at this point. With that being said, there's a lot of things people take for granted, like we get told when we're kids all about the earth, about space. We're told these things from very young, impressionable ages that we hold into the back of our heads. We hold them in our belief systems without ever questioning things. We never questioned them. We were just taught when we were younger. This is just like the education system is. Don't question. Just ingest the knowledge we're trying to show you. Don't ask about other knowledge, just the stuff that we're trying to show you, because that's what's most important. And we've seen what our freaking education system has become when you've got the Rockefellers who took over the education system 100 years ago. When you find out that Ghislaine Maxwell, her father was the main financier for McGraw-Hill textbooks through the 80s and 90s, things start to not be exactly what you think they are, because you start to realize the nefarious hands, the black hand that's in there, that's messing with things, telling you what they want you to know, not what you should know, not what you want to know. So with all that being said, like I said, we take so many of these things for granted. And I'm gonna make a confession on here right now. By the technical definition, if you would like to say it, I am technically a flat earther. Yes, I am. But the thing is nobody has really done the research on flat earth. It's not that the earth is completely flat. It's not that go to Google and type in the Flat Earth Society. That's a complete scam and bullshit made by the government also. That way you don't know whether you're coming or going. What's really up is really down, black is white, left and right, back and forth. It's dualities of things. So it's all diversion, alright? So my point is there's a lot of people that try to use this flat earth as these people are retarded, it's stupid, it's whatever, hokey, it's, the evidence. If you start to actually, the thing is go look into flat earth. And if you have any questions, seriously, you can message me, you can ask me privately, whatever. I have no problems with coming out and telling you guys this, but there's a lot of other people that are, I guess, closeted flat earthers. And the thing is it's not a pancake like you think it is. Every visual description you see that's space and it shows all the other planets around, and then it shows a random freaking pancake floating in the sky. That's not how it is. When you start to look into debunking flat earth, that's when you start to notice a lot of shit that NASA, which is the government, back to what I said, 2 out of 10 people believe and trust our government, but grown adults still fanboy over Elon Musk, over Buzz Aldrin, over whatever, over the newest, biggest phallus that's going into space. It's a big dick show off is really what it all comes down to. It's all phalluses. Phalluses are everywhere, dude. It's, from our fucking Washington Monument to the Apollo 11 mission to all that. It's all phallic worship, okay? So my point is, what you're being told is not what is really true. What you're being thought is to be flat earth is absolutely as farthest from the truth as possible. But what really starts to become noticeable is that as technology goes on, the numbers of the curve do not work. As technology gets better and we have Nikon, whatever the hell they are, X1000 cameras and shit like that, you can zoom 40, 50 miles. You can zoom farther than you're supposed to be able to see, meaning, your perception of the horizon disappearing from your, ocular resolution. What happens is you zoom out, and those ships that went over the coast, they pop right back up in the complete full frame. There's all kinds of other things about it. It's not that the earth is a flat pancake. It's not that there's an edge. It's that, what if Antarctica, which is supposed to be, I think it was 12 to 15,000 miles circumnavigated wise. Why did it take Captain Cook 100 years ago 35 to 50,000 miles to circumnavigate it? And he got lost along the way too, because things weren't what they were supposed to be lining up like the map was telling him. So my whole point is, what if we have an ice wall? What if the ice wall isn't the edge? What if it's the edge of what we know? What if you can go past that, like Admiral Byrd spoke of, flying over the ice wall and traveling almost 1,000 miles and finding more land the size of America, North America? The question is, there's too many people out there that just want to be correct. They want to be right. They want to laugh at somebody. They want to ridicule. But the difference is once you start getting into conspiracies, once you get into flat Earth, once you get into the other things, because like I said, flat Earth is just the name that has been given to us, but it's not really what is believed at all. And like I said, man, once you start looking into things, you'll realize that what you think you're laughing at, you'll start to find the real truths in there. You'll find, whether you're a religious person or not, whether you're an agnostic, atheist, whatever, so many people have started digging into rabbit holes, and then you start to realize, like I said, the duality of things. So, okay, say there's no God, then why are there so many other people in high-ranking powers that practice evil practices, like worship, Baal worship, not balls, but B-A-A-L, Moloch, Molochians, Luciferians, Satanists, blah, blah, blah. So what would be the point of any of them putting in the effort and the time? Meaning that duality thing, with the yin and yang. There's a good to every bad. There's a bad to every good. So at the end of the day, like I said, just because one side is telling you something, use your own discernment. That's one of our God-given rights, abilities, is the freedom of choice, free will, to be able to choose what you do and don't want to believe, because ultimately it all comes down to faith. Because are you just going to trust somebody? How fucking well did that trust the science work out for us the past 3 years? Go ahead and take as much time as you want. But those same people that tell you to trust the science are the same people that told you we landed on the moon in '69, and fucking, Buzz Aldrin himself has said 20 different times that we didn't go, or that this, that, or you didn't see that on TV. That wasn't really me. That was an animation. That was a video they made. So what I'm getting at is, don't trust me. Don't trust one person. Trust yourself. Trust your gut. Find your Christ consciousness. Find what feels right. And once something feels right to you, as ridiculous as it may feel or seem to other people, you need to just hold your convictions. Don't be afraid to be laughed at for your beliefs. I mean, how many times did people, hide their beliefs, and in the long run it ended up being worse for them? No, be proud of what you are. Be proud of yourself. We are special. Every one of us is special. Whether you're a globey, a flatty, a hollow earth person, whatever. And at the end of the day, how can you disprove something that you can't prove yourself? So that's why I said, don't just believe me. Just look into it yourself. Find your own kind of theories. Find what fits you best, what you know is to be right. That's why they always tell you, trust your gut. When something feels right, it feels right. When something feels wrong, you could tell it immediately. So once again, ain't nobody falling off the edge. It's not a pancake. It's not exactly at all what you're thinking. Once you find out that the sun is local, the moon is local, the earth doesn't spin, they rotate around us, the fucking North Pole, Polaris, the North Star, never moves. If you watch time-lapse photography of the North Pole, the North Star and the North Pole, and you watch at nighttime and all the stars in the sky spin around for an entire year, and you're going to tell me that the Earth is traveling 1,000 miles an hour while we're also rotating and we're revolving, and the Milky Way galaxy itself